I'm big on authenticity and it being organic. I don't force things, and I've had to learn that over the years. When I was younger in my career, I would force it. It was like, forcing the relationships and the connections,
Yeah.
and they generally just don't work. And I found, and sometimes it could be hard to kind of, as an entrepreneur, to pace yourself and to understand the pace of business. But I've learned to just really to be patient and let things flow through me, and not always be so aggressive in terms of trying to make things happen, because I found that when you operate in your mastery, things flow to you, and things flow through you.
Mm-hmm. I was just thinking too, I feel like a lot of young entrepreneurs or what we see on social media is like you have to force it sometimes. Like if it's not working, you have to break the wall and do it. Maybe that's not the right option. Maybe you just have to stand back and be like, oh, well, let me let these ideas flow through me and come to me like you're saying, and not try to like break that wall and punish yourself while in the process. Like you got to enjoy the process at some point too, I think,
Yeah,
for
I
sure.
think it can be both. I think the part of the wisdom is knowing when to break through the wall and when to go around the wall.
Yeah, yeah. Okay.
And
Okay.
when to go over the wall,
Yeah.
or when to just leave the wall where
Yeah.
the wall is and go the different direction. I think that's part of the game, is really understanding, like I said, timing. The analogy I use a lot is when you're baking a cake, if you take it out too early, it's disgusting because the middle hasn't cooked. If you take it out too late, it's also disgusting
Yeah.
because now it's all, hard and overcooked.
Yeah.
It's about knowing the perfect time to take it out, and that there's no science behind it. It's both an art and a science. You have to know, well, what kind of cake are you making in the first place? Maybe you do want it a little softer in the middle. Maybe you do want it more well done. The key is knowing what you want,
Yeah.
because when you know what you want and you know what you do not want, it's easier to look at those opportunities and say, okay, this opportunity is not for me, but it might be for Hunter, because I know that Hunter is looking for this opportunity. So that allows you to be a better connector as well. When you know what you want and what you do not want, you can point those opportunities to people who they are more closely aligned to.
Yeah, and to take the cake and the bake analogy even further, I like to take these further one guest given to me. I was thinking like the temperature that you have the oven out would be like how fast you're running as an entrepreneur, like your guns ablaze and you're hot into it. Then it's gonna take less time maybe to get to that spot that you wanted the cake to be done at. But if you have it on like 100 degrees, the cake's gonna take forever to bake because maybe you're doing something else during it. Like you need to focus on just guns ablaze and cooking that cake and just finish it, I guess.
And
Kind of
maybe
thing.
that's okay,
And maybe that's
because
okay.
different seasons in your life, like when I
Right.
was younger, you know, 700 degrees was perfect because I didn't have a wife, I didn't have a kid. It wasn't like I wasn't doing anything. I didn't have anything but time. But
Yeah.
at this season in my life, wife, kids, all the stuff, maybe I do want to bake the cake a little bit slower. So again, it comes back to really knowing what you want, what you do not want, who you are not, and then moving accordingly.
Right.